Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Have you ever heard of this very niche underground title? The one where a bunch of zany mascots beat each other into oblivion for no other reason than our own devilish amusement. It is called Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I know, it's a very niche title. Probably like 5% even heard about it, and maybe even 1% even played it a little bit. But for the people, for the hardcore people who know this very special and unique gem only known from the most knowledgeable and insane game collectors, I will make a beautiful and interesting guide. Just as a side note, initially I have planned to make an ultimate guide on how to play Samus. I have captured a bunch of content and the script was ready, but before I could record and edit, I lost content. And I've searched everywhere. I searched in pretty much every corner that I know, and every corner that I didn't know that existed. I'm a very organized person, as you can see here, or rather here. I gave up, I think, like over 3 weeks. Like, I searched over 3 weeks. But Chase of Plans. Yay! So instead of giving a tutorial to the people that don't need it, the people with the biggest brain and the biggest chat in this entire community called the Samus Mains, I will give everyone the opportunity, the chance for the sweet, sweet Nintendo dollar and the e-fame that is being called upon as you become the ultimate Smash Bros. Player. At the very beginning, we need to talk about what character to pick. What character will rise and shine your aim. This decision is by far the most important action of your career. Not only of your career, but of your entire life. You need to make the right call. Otherwise, you're gonna ruin your career, your life, and you're gonna lose your wife, John. Please, John, your wife is gonna leave you. John, she's already fighting the divorce and she's taking the kids, John. Please, John, listen to me. You're gonna lose her. After picking your character, it is important to make everything around you the character. What you wear, what you see, what you put on your profile picture, what your Steam looks like, what your Twitter looks like, what your Twitch looks like, what your entire personality is, must be formed around that character and only that character. You are now this character, okay? Remember that. You are now your main and nothing else. And now, throw that shit in the ban, kick it in the ground, kill it, and pick the most controversial character in your game. And I mean Steve, obviously Steve. Pick Steve. As you can see, my capture card kinda bugs out whenever I actually try to pick a character. But it's a beautiful, chaotic artistry of the natures of technology versus the natures of broken hardware. So let's just take us a few seconds to gaze upon the beauty that is cryptic insanity. Okay, now let's get right back to it. Well done. You're now one step closer to becoming the very best. Now, the next step is gonna be the gatekeeper. It's going to separate the wheat from the chaff. That step is making the difference between the virgin casual player base and the chat esport competitive player base. And it is nothing else than networking. Sell yourself as hard and as much as possible. Talk and socialize with every important person to get those sweet coaching tutorials for free. Where those filthy introverts pay for everything, you get yourself the premium with zero money investment. And if you're connected even better, you're able to influence the bracket towards something more better suited to a king as yourself. Because for a huge number of competitors, the placement is not destined by skill, but by the matchup and opponent you're going to face. So, if you see a matchup you don't like, or a person you would probably have problems against, just ask your homie to tweak the bracket a little bit and you'll be upper mid-level player in no time. After this, it's finally time to get good, to perfect the craft of the meta, to achieve big brain status. Just kidding, the next step is going to be boot up the training mod pack and work as hard as your combos as the average Chinese workshop worker. Oh, you don't have the mod pack because you don't have the first version of the Nintendo Switch? Buy it, mod it, and get banned from Nintendo online services because your genius went online while running a PS2 emulator to play Buzz the Mega Quiz with 3 of your imaginary friends. I would suggest that you get outside and do some socializing with normal people, but you already become a full gamer and your gamer scent will repel every normal human in a 5-kilometer radius. You could also shower, but we both know that will never happen. Otherwise you couldn't sell your musky socks to desperate horny loser that you catfish to pay the smelly panties from another one. Okay, with that out of the way, let's go back to combos. Everybody and their wife's boyfriend know that pressing a sequence of never changing buttons 3 times to win a match is the pinnacle of esports. So I hope you get that 20 hit combo consistent, or the meal is gonna be skipped. And if you are still unable to make it happen by tomorrow, you are going to become the meal. So now that you have become a high level player, let's bring you to the top, to the upper echelon, to the gods of gaming, to Gaming Valhalla, to Gaming Olympus, where you will be welcomed with the most exotic of G Fuel flavors, while the various e-girls simp for you to use you as a tool to boost their OnlyFans, where the filthy peasants worship every word of yours, without questioning the legitimacy and insanity of what you have spouted out of your mouth. It is going to be the hardest step, but it will be the last step to become a top player. Indirectly bribe your opponents through the various and hidden sidebet Discord servers. That is right, if you didn't know, there are a handful of sidebet servers for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate that are organized by key figures of that community. Just bet a huge amount of cash and promise to give your opponent a fair share of it, and you will upset every single player you so desire. As everybody knows, competitive Smash pays jack shit. And if you throw 1 or 2 sets for 10 times the amount of money you could theoretically win by getting first place, why not just accidentally SD a few times, or just forget how to SD in the most crucial moments of your entire set out of nowhere, and this also over multiple sets. And with that chapter finished, you have become a top player. Enjoy your career for approximately 5 years until you are going to drop from the rankings and into the streets. Thank you all for watching, and I wish you a great day.
Flickering through the void. Is this a spark? King of their life. Everyone caught in this racket. Into the storms of change sinking. Everyone so confused. a spear of light, gleaming flame flares and dwindles from sight. No escape, no greater fate to be made. In the end, the chains of time will not break. Call us brief into the spire of flames. Destined course. I need water! Look! Everyone got in this dragon! This is the day we finally find our way to step in back! Everyone so contains the whisper of light, growing loud as it calls to unite. From the distance the chorus of soul, rising slowly, swinging in from the coast. Now lost deep into the sky of flame, piston sparks fall in the best of the night. Gathered push against the call of the night. Light behind you on your way to the ultimate fight. I give up. Goodbye. I'm not getting paid enough to kill my voice. God damn it! Why is it so long? Goodbye, everyone. Have a nice day. Good night. Good evening. Good morning. I'm going off. Playing Animal Crossing for the Nintendo DS.
Donkey Kong wins!